Hello and welcome back to my channel. You know, when somebody says it is just a crazy dream to do something like going to a different country, you know what I say. Ha ha ha. I'm sorry, but I know people from different countries, like my friend Johnny Crescendo. True people with disabilities can't just move to another state without setting up services and supports first, but they have done it. The problem that I face from people is that they lived in a sheltered life. They haven't been out of the United States, whereas I have gone to Reykjavik, Iceland, Montreal, Canada, and Jamaica, as well as different states. Saying that going to another country isn't that far-fetched, especially when you have friends. I remember when I was considering different colleges that I wanted to go to. My first choice was Temple University in Philly Clear on the other side of the state. But seeing that it was over 4 hours away, I decided that I wanted to be closer to my parents. So I chose to go to California University of Pennsylvania, which was an hour from my home in a much tinier town. I also didn't have to change service providers and changed it back when I went home for breaks, because I was only one county north. The real issue I had was going to Rochester, New York for a month to do an internship with the Center for Disability Rights, and it wasn't that big of an issue. True, I had to get on their paratransit service, lift line, and get my service coordinator to put in a special waiver to be able to use my attendance services in another state, but my mother helped with that. My regular attendant was off, and I had attendants that lived in and around Rochester that helped me complete my activities of daily living. When it was time to go back home, I went back home and my regular attendant started working for me again. People with disabilities have dreams. Nobody should try to say that they are crazy or they think it isn't obtainable, especially when they are just paid to be interested. One day you are there, the next you might be gone. That to me is the worst, because you don't know what somebody can or can't do. You don't want to limit somebody. Instead, help them on their way. Help them to be better. For all people with disabilities, don't let somebody hold you back. I told you about how I was infatuated with a boy when I was 15. And if he lived closer, I might have pursued that opportunity even if it went nowhere. If my attendant advised me to not pursue it, I would ask them, "Are you living my life?"
No.
The answer should be no. People with disabilities are people first. You know, first, before I would go anywhere new, I would want to take a vacation and check it out. I wouldn't just buy a one-way ticket and hope for the best. Anybody should take advice from their friends and family before making a life-changing decision, disabled or not. That is just common sense. But if an advisor has any financial incentive, I would take their advice with a grain of salt. Now is that time. You know to give your opinion. Have you ever had a bad experience with advice, or have you given advice that went wrong? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Smash that like button and I'll see you next week.